About this time last year, we made a decision as a company to start to sunset some of our owned and operated apps. Generally, our business centers around YouTube's distribution, and we didn't find it very beneficial or cost effective to have video distribution through our own apps that would require marketing, that would require a lot of programming and a lot of technology and engineering to go along with it. So we made that shift, and then we took a year to implement a strategy that was more about finding endpoints of distribution in neighborhoods that users frequent where they might enjoy music videos again on television. So we've been hard at work, and we've got a number of partnerships that we've been working on and are getting ready to release, and we're taking that inventory anchored in connected television and the YouTube application on the TVs and in living rooms to market in the upfront. And it's about a 9-figure body of inventory that is guaranteed to be in the living room, guaranteed to be brand safe, and guaranteed to be premium.
So how do you work with the virtual MVPDs or the MVPDs or other distributors? You sell all the inventory? Do they sell some inventory?
Yeah.
Do you share? Give us an idea about the arrangements that you have.
It's a traditional MVPD relationship where you do have an inventory share, the equivalent of a local insertion for the platform or the distributor, as it were. And you're in the 10 to 15% range of the inventory that you offer them, and they sell it on an audience basis, nothing specific to music or videos. So we have the mass majority of the inventory that's there, and we are a centralized point of buying for music television on all these distributors. And it's been a really interesting thing to package up and try to sort of market as returning music television to the living room, because it's existed for so long outside of TV and really predominantly on the mobile device. But the demand and actually our supply and the growth of that business has exceeded all of our expectations, and we're really excited to take it to market and see what the customers' reactions are, the agencies and the advertisers that we work with. The demand is there. We have a larger supply than most people would even know about, and the reaction so far from those buyers has been very positive, and we think we'll be able to sell it out in the upfront.
So Kevin, could you give us an explanation of what the flavor of the channels look like? Is
Sure.
it sort of on-demand clips? Is it sort of is it a linear program? What's the scope of the offering?
It's a little bit of both. So where we have linear playout opportunities with some of the virtual MVPDs that exist today and are growing each and every day, we have programmed 24-hour channels. Those will typically be organized by genre, so music genre, and then maybe some situational or editorial calendar type events, whether it be around the Grammys or Saturday night dance party type of genres. As well, the video on demand side of our business, if there are capabilities for search and discovery and recommendation amongst these services, we want to have a library of videos there for people to discover exactly what they want when they want it, and then lean back and have a passive experience where we start to recommend, and they can always interject with more search and discovery. Our supposition, one of the things that drove this strategy, was that voice-activated search in the living room may have the opportunity to disrupt the monopoly of search that YouTube represents today in video, particularly in short-form video. And as the viewing behavior that we've seen for music television, it far exceeds that of short-form behavior length of tune. So we can see all the way up to 65 minutes of viewing behavior in a lean-back experience on TVs, if that search and discovery and recommendation is hit right.
So tell us about how you manage your advertising through direct sales, the ad insertion, the programmatic. Give us an overview of how that works.
Yeah. So our tech stack in the living room starts with Freewheel. That's our dynamic ad insertion vehicle. We are placing advertising sporadically through that experience. Basically it's a mid-roll experience, much like you would find in television. We have done that, on an audience basis, generally looking at demographics as our leading targeting methodology, as well as guaranteeing that it's in the living room itself and showing up on a television. On the programmatic side, which we're sort of ambiguous as to how you want to book with us, but from programmatic guarantee and PMP, so private marketplaces, we do work with SpotX as well. We set the price and we negotiate deals directly with the trading desks as well as some of the in-house programmatic teams at the marketer level. So we're really excited about all of those opportunities for people to be able to participate with us, get it guaranteed in the living room, get the premium content, get whatever targeting they might want to layer in, and then have Nielsen on the back end validate those audiences from a demographic basis.
So Kevin, tell us about the music business and consumer interest. And we certainly hear a lot about the audio on demand services that are going great. What's the dynamic of the marketplace, and how does it impact you guys?
Yeah, you nailed it. I mean, the music business is having a moment. The growth year over year is really has been exceptional and has been kind of historic over the past 20 years since the inception of digital disruption in the music business. So we're a big part of that. Our growth curve has been realized by the music labels that put us in business. We're a joint venture of Universal Music and Sony Music, and then we have deals with hundreds of other labels as well, so we can represent those as sort of a one-stop shop. We're really kind of in a growth mode that suggests we can be a meaningful part of the overall landscape of the music business. Music videos serve a promotional purpose for the artists and the songs that they release, but also have a huge revenue component tied to them for ad support. So we are we're the arbiter of that value back to the labels and the publishers and ultimately the artists. And that growth has been realized each and every quarter and year over year, 20-30% growth. And in the living room, we've had almost 50% growth for the last 2 years.
Great, and we're going to be in Cannes pretty soon.
Yeah.
What do you hope the conversation is around Vevo?
Yeah, I mean, Cannes for us is always a deal maker's paradise, right? We're there with a lot of the investment leaders from the agencies, and then we go marketer to marketer and try to cut, not just U.S. deals, but global deals. Cannes is very much an international stage for us. The unique thing about Vevo is that we have music video licensing globally. Those rights are borderless, and obviously the distribution that we come up with is also meant to be in the countries that we operate from a sales perspective, but also in new and sort of up-and-coming territories that we can get television inventory in the hands of buyers where, in a lot of cases, not just in the U.S., television ratings are shrinking, audiences are aging in the living room, and we represent a great counterbalance to reaching almost 25% of every country's population that we operate in. So Cannes serves as a big deal-making opportunity for us. We've been cutting UpFronts there for the last few years, and this year we're specifically targeting some big global advertiser UpFronts from some of the biggest brands in the world.